Welcome to my humble abode. I'm Yoki the Tailspinner. If you're like me, one cup is never enough to start the day. So let's put some pep in our step with the Outer Worlds and the second cup. Now, when last we left it, we were on Byzantium. We just delivered some mail and ended up in a massive gunfight. Sure, that's not what normally happens when you deliver mail. Apparently, it's with us.
The Acropolis district is off limits. Move along.
Mind if I take a breather? I'm pretty tired after hauling around all these bits.
What in the law's name are you on about?
These 3,436 bits have been weighing me down all day. Here you hold them.
Sure. Let me just take that off your hands. Did I say restricted area? Slip of the tongue. What I meant was, welcome to the Acropolis district.
Oh, that worked. Goodbye. Investigate the chairman's office.
I'm not sure I have ever, in my entire life, felt more out of place than I do at this moment.
3 checkpoints just to take a bathroom break.
Can't be too careful. Dissidents like Phineas Wells will stop at nothing to ruin this colony.
But couldn't they
Welcome
concentrate
to the
security
official
outside
headquarters of the
building so we can
Halcyon
get some work
Holdings
done?
Corporation Board.
Why are you so bothered
Today's
by having a
greeting
few
is brought
guards
to you
around?
by Auntie Cleo,
I think I'm gonna have
a
to speak to your
subsidiary of
supervisor.
Colway
Dissident
Pharmaceuticals.
State your business. Please step away. This entry is for high priority HHC business only.
Is this official enough for you? Show him the card.
I didn't realize we were still using those iridescent stickers. But this looks right. I'll just need you to register your weapons with a revised request to carry 32B form. Each weapon will need a separate form.
Fine.
Now, let's see. Damn it. When did I run out of forms?
Oh, what a shame.
You don't have to be sarcastic about it. Look, you don't have time to wait on new forms, and I can't afford the citations for impeding HAC business. So I'm going to save us both some trouble and waive your forms.
Thank you.
Just know there are a bunch of guards upstairs, and they're all high on dervish mist and low on patience. So try anything funny, and they'll paint the walls with your guts.
Upstairs we go then.
Apologies for the wait. I was arranging my stationery.
I'm sure it gives you something to do. What exactly do you do here?
Personal assistant to Adjutant Akande and Chairman Rockwell. I'm also responsible for organizing the adjutant's stationery, which is more of a hobby.
Any chance I could meet Chairman?
Ah. Oh, you were being serious. I'm obliged to inform you that Chairman Rockwell is unavailable for an indeterminate duration. Will there be anything else?
I'll be on my way. It's locked. Well, we can go in here.
Excuse me, just a moment. Is there something I can do for you? I beg your pardon, Minister Clark's former office is currently closed to solicitors.
You should get back to your desk. I saw someone eyeing your stationery.
What? Oh dear. Thank you for reminding
Yeah, that's
me.
an emergency.
I can't stand the thought of someone else's hands touching my custom letterheads.
Yeah, I'm very picky about who I let touch my letterheads too. What we call them that? Construction checklist. Get a list of Minister Clark's stuff. Personal claims. Real leather sofa. Tear down the rest of the wall. Check to see if the wall is load bearing before number 2. Install steam bath on Chairman Rockwell's specifications. Install wet bar next steam bath. Finish everything.
One person gets all this space just to sign papers all day?
Basically, yeah. Welcome, Chairman Rockwell. View priority message. Chairman, the rough cut of the presentation is prepped to play. The PR department has a lot of work to do, but we've covered the basics. Halcyon is on the brink of starvation. The board scientists are working on a solution. Workers can look forward to a lifetime employment program for their chance to contribute. You'll see the current version when you print your key card for the Ministry of Accuracy and Morale. And yes, before you ask, the dimethyl sulfoxide has been delivered there. It's waiting for your sign-off on the broad strokes, so I want to make sure you saw it. Don't worry, I'll make sure it gets properly edited. Print that.
Good afternoon. I'm Chairman Rockwell, and I'm here to address a serious issue facing us. As you all know, our colony has been successful beyond our wildest dreams.
I don't think it has.
Unfortunately, we've recently discovered that our food supply will not be able to sustain Halcyon's population in the long term.
Yeah, that doesn't
Everyone
surprise
will
me.
die. Everyone will slowly stop living from malnutrition. But we're doing it together, and that's what matters. I fucking swear, if someone doesn't give me something to read that will placate the masses soon, all of you will find yourselves violently unemployed. But I can assure you there's nothing to fear. We've got a solution. It's called the Lifetime Employment Program. We will freeze most of the colony to preserve resources, while the best and brightest of Byzantium continue living in prosperity. Look, you idiots! How many times do I have to tell you we can't say shit like that? Fire whoever wrote this! While Halcyon's brightest minds solve the problem of our nutritional shortage, the rest of the colony will be placed in suspended animation. Individuals will be revived on a rotating basis, so that every Halcyonite can be part of the important work of saving our colony.
There you go.
By testing paperweights. Sorry, couldn't resist. Let's go again. And someday, in the not-too-distant future when we've solved this crisis, we'll all be back together again working for the good of Halcyon. Until then, the board shall provide for the deserving just as it always has. So, obey your supervisors, take your vitamins, follow your corporate-mandated grooming rituals, and rest assured with the board on your side, there is nothing to worry about.
Yeah, how about you don't have the faintest idea what to do when you're letting people die? Sounds about right, doesn't it?
That was a story, wasn't it? It's not real. Guess the whole colony's up a creek. I thought it was just Monarch.
Nope, it looks like it's the whole area. Right, so we need to go somewhere else to get that then. Head down there. Make our way over here. Anything in here that's worth? Or map of the place. Ministry of Accuracy and Morale. Welcome to the Human Resource Portal of the Ministry of Accuracy and Morale. Humans are our fourth most important resource at the Ministry. If you have a complaint about anything work-related, write about it here. View employee complaint from Caroline Endicott. Finally taking action. Theodore Isaacs keeps eating my purple-berry lunches. I know that Sprattooth Little Snot is the one doing it. I've seen him with cracker crumbs on his lips and the purple-berry stains on his lab coat. Working next to him and seeing him pick the remains of my lunch out of his disgusting teeth just makes me want to scream. Therefore, I did. And then I did it. I screamed a little, that felt good. I'm just going to sit in the kitchen and wait for him to do it again. I'll catch him in the act and then I'll come back. And I'll write up another entry. I'm going to be so livid. Turn to the root. And nothing else. It seems to update it, so. Yeah, she's got an ongoing. Alright.
Keep him quiet, Cap.
What? What was that?
Here they come.
Okay, well.
Huh?
Well, I don't think the board like us anymore. disguise failed. You reckon? You reckon the disguise failed, do you? I wonder where you worked that one out from. Could it be the massive firefight that happened?
I would have just broken it.
Yeah, you probably would, Nyoka. That's why we love you. Well, one of many reasons. Well, there, old winner runner. Who are you?
What do you think you're doing?
Nothing at all.
Well then, carry on.
Here they come.
Don't hurt me! Don't hurt me! Please just leave me be! No, don't, please!
Can't get in there. Looks like we're doing fine here. And in here. Oh, they're just office clerks. No, just an office clerk. Ah, those are the floors. I haven't found yet. Where is the elevator or stairs?
I think I'm gonna start taking my lunches out in the city. Still in the cafeteria.
That scientist?
Ah! Might be an elevator. Yes, it is.
Unless I hear about you ordering more tests performed with sample 4157, that batch failed spectacularly.
I saw a variance in the results that we never accounted for, so I had the techs run the trial again. And the results were 0.003% different this time.
Did the words...
Alright.
We're obligated.
Nothing in there. Oh, there is one thing. Oh. At this point, I don't think a disguise is going to help us much. I mean, we've already had a massive shootout here. I don't think anyone's falling for any kind of disguise.
Miss Green, what do you think you're doing?
Nothing at all.
Sorry for the misunderstanding.
Alright. Ministry of Accuracy and Morale. Remember, human trials are expensive. Test with animals first. Lab notes. Trial 27. I've tried replicating the work Dr. Wells initially did on the revivifying formula. These notes are basically unintelligible. This may take a few iterations. Trial number 64. That's tetraborate ethanol and not toasted dinner roll. Yeah, I'd imagine that's a bit different. Trial number 68. Maybe it's it is toasted dinner roll. Trial number 82. Powers that be are demanding results. I have submitted my catalogue of dead sprats. Trial 127. I didn't realise it was possible to run out of sprats. Trial 128. What genius left a new shipment of sprats in the kitchen? Trial 237. Still attempting to complete Wells' formula. Still going through a dozen sprats a week. We've got a lot of work ahead of us if this is ever going to be effective. Yeah, it's not working out for you, mate.
This area is for authorized personnel only. You're not supposed to be here, are you?
Neither are you.
What are you talking about?
This isn't your shift.
What? Oh. I knew I had a funny feeling when I got out of bed today. Listen, I won't tell anyone I saw you if you don't tell about me. Just this once, alright?
Deal. Sounds good. Alright, so that's bad. How do I get in there? Because that one's bad. That's the one that's bad, isn't it? Well, I stepped down there.
Hey, stop that! What do you think you're doing?
Just leaving.
Take him down! Oh, I think I told
Damn it! Where are we? Alright, so we're trying to find our way over there.
No visitors allowed, citizen. I'm going to need to see some identification.
No, you're not.
What?
You don't need to see my identification.
I don't need to see your identification.
No. These are not the droids you're looking for. Move along.
Move along.
There we are. Now the question is, how do we get it? Oh, 18 meters. Okay, over here. Welcome to Human Experimentation Station of the Ministry of Accuracy and Morale. Human testing is a required step of any new product or process in the order to ensure accuracy. Please be sure to document the results of all tests thoroughly. Transfer it to a canister. Continue. Transfer. And return to route. The addition of dimethyl sulfoxide to the current round of tests has resulted in some improvements. Subjects are showing improved circulation and increased neural activity. However, our formula is still missing something which we are unable to fully revive subjects from long-term hibernation. And removing their supply of dimethyl sulfoxide results in their rather excruciating death. The problem is compounded when we consider reviving or freezing subjects multiple times over their lives. Oh dear. Well, I guess maybe I should have left them a little bit. Right, skills. And perks. I like reduced damage. Return to Phineas. Ah. I need to get out before I can do anything else.
What? Hey, this area is for authorized personnel only. You're not supposed to be here, are you?
Neither are you.
What are you talking about?
It's not your shift.
What? Oh, I knew I had a funny feeling when I got out of bed today. Listen, I won't tell anyone I saw you if you don't tell about me. Just this once, all right?
Sounds good.
Soldier? Trespassing in the Ministry of Accuracy and Morale is punishable by death. You've got one chance to explain why I shouldn't blow you away right now.
Or you'll die. Your weapon isn't loaded for starters.
Wait, really?
You're not even sure, then you've got no business carrying it.
I'm gonna take a minute. Just do a quick inspection. You'd better be gone by the time I'm done. No more warnings.
Fine.
Let the record show that subject 23K's cost.
You will have notes. Subject's 19F, massive cranial hemorrhage upon removal from hibernation chamber. 61B, intestinal rupture on removal. They're not doing too well, are they? Ah, there's the elevator. And out we go. Back to Phineas.
Look out!
Oh god. I don't think anyone in Monarch's gonna like it at this rate. Just a feeling I have. I mean, I may be wrong. It is just a feeling after all.
Incoming!
trigger discipline. Fire on safety.
Well, I wasn't expecting it to be a gunfight throughout all of Monarch, but why not? Seems as good an approach as any.
That episode from a few weeks ago was supposedly based on a real incident.
You mean the one where the dissidents blew up an orphanage? That's awful.
Anti-Cleo's antibiotics.
Down there, a new ship. Doesn't look like any of the corporate freighters.
But what would they be doing here? And how did they ever get permission to land?
How do we get down there as well?
Excitement after all. If I spit, think I can hit that mechanical down there?
You'll get in trouble.
Ah. There we are. Can we make it through? I'm not convinced.
What do you think you're doing?
Nothing at
Well
all.
then, carry on.
I guess that was a pickpocket attempt or something like that. And then up to the ship. There we go.
Sam, my vacuum. You have a message from Adjutant Sophia Akande.
Oh yeah?
No one ever looks quite the same in person as they do in my reports. And my reports of you have been exceptionally thorough. You've had quite a career.
I'd say I have. I'm just getting started.
I'm glad to hear that. This may come as a surprise, but I happen to enjoy your work. I've been keeping up with you ever since Emerald Vale. Now that was an interesting piece of work.
Oh, absolutely interesting is
rundown
here.
backwater, barely worth the ink on a map. Until you showed up. When you cut off power to Edgewater, you saved me a great deal of trouble. Now I don't have to bother trying to save that town.
Yeah, there's probably not much to save anyway. They attacked
All this happened because some mysterious stranger fell out of the sky.
You almost sound like you approve.
Not always. For the longest time, I could never be sure if you were on our side or against us.
I don't even know who you are.
You should be back on the Hope, frozen in a hibernation chamber. Yet here you are, flying about in a stolen ship, leaving a trail of paperwork in your wake. The board doesn't know what to make of you. But I do. I've seen your potential. There's so much we can do for this colony.
Not sure I trust you yet.
Then let me help you make up your mind. You have something I want. I'd like to negotiate.
How do you find my ship?
There's exactly one vessel in all of Byzantium that looks like it dropped out of an aetherwave drama. Phineas Wells is wanted by the board. I want to convince you to turn him in to us.
Yeah, that's not happening. Wanted for what exactly?
He has a litany of charges against him. Vandalism, illegal experimentation, sedition. I could go on.
Yeah, they're probably all trumped up, all not interesting.
Wells is a dangerous madman. His plan is going to endanger everyone in Halcyon. He's an obsessive psychopath. And he's using you.
Nah, I think that's you trying to do that.
Contact with Wells. I want you to send us a tracing signal from his communication terminal.
Do you? The answer is no, we're done here, Ada.
You're making a serious mistake.
That's possible, I've made plenty.
Adjutant Akande's call has been terminated. Will there be anything else, Captain?
Let's get out of here.
We've arrived at Phineas's orbital lab. I'll lock up behind you.
Thank you. Let's go chat with Phineas. It's a shame there's nowhere to sell anything here, but... But we only need to get to Phineas and chat with him anyway.
I've kept myself busy in your absence, optimized my formula. I'm now confident I can revive the remaining colonists.
That'd be good.
All I need now is the dimethyl sulfoxide. I'll take as much as you can give me.
I found your chemicals in the ministry. The board was testing them on human subjects.
subjects. Oh, that's grotesque. That's unthinkable. That's exactly what I'd expect out of the
Yeah,
board.
kind of what I'm thinking. I'd let the test subjects die, but I brought you all the chemicals they had.
Thank you. You've brought me enough chemicals to get started, at least. I'm just sorry they came at the cost of human lives.
Me too. Can't be helped.
Those poor people, they must have died in agony. What exactly was the board trying to accomplish?
The board's trying to mitigate damage to human tissue during the revival process.
You say the board's trying to freeze their subjects over and over again without inflicting permanent damage? Well, they're nowhere close to solving that problem.
Yeah.
Something about this feels wrong. I don't know why the board would ever conduct such an experiment, unless they're working on some kind of hibernation technology.
Probably.
I'll tell you this much. The board scientists are hopelessly lost. After years of fruitless experimentation, they've made exactly zero progress.
Yeah, the colony's also on the verge of collapse. The board's trying to cover that up too.
I know. I've suspected as much for years. Of course, I don't expect the board to do a thing about it. They've been driving our colony to the brink of destruction for decades. The board's mismanagement put our colony on the road to collapse. If we don't put a stop to them, thousands of colonists are going to die.
It gets worse. The chairman's planning on freezing every worker in Halcyon.
Oh, hold on. Let me see if I understand this correctly. You're saying that Halcyon's on the brink of total collapse, and the chairman's plan to save all of us is to save himself?
Yeah, basically.
I always knew Halcyon was heading toward a systems collapse, but I never imagined we were already there. The board made this crisis, and now they want to solve it by freezing the rest of us?
You nailed it.
That's not a plan. That's a goddamn escape clause.
Basically.
Do you realize what this means for the Hope? For your fellow colonists? The board's going to kill them all. Toss them out into space.
Oh yeah, I assume so.
In their hibernation chambers.
That's why we need to do something. Must be something we can do.
Short of lining up every member of the board and shooting them in the back of the head.
Oh, I can help with that.
Do you know what's waiting for us on the Hope? Scientists, engineers, artists. The brightest minds Earth ever sent us, uncorrupted by the board. The board's going to dispose of them all and transform the Hope into a prison for the rest of us. They're likely on their way to the Hope as we speak. We need to get to those colonists before the board. I have enough chemicals to start reviving a few of them, but no easy way to get them off the Hope.
There's a way. It's not exactly safe, but we could skip the Hope into the system.
Merciful gibbering law, you're a genius! We bring the Hope to us. Skip the entire ship across the distance of colony space, right next to my lab.
The Hope's probably damaged. We'll have to route power from the Unreliable.
Yes, exactly. You're a step ahead of me, but I perceive the shape of your plan. If we link up the Hope to the Unreliable, then use your navigational computer to calculate a reasonably safe vector, we can skip the entire colony ship into the rings of Terra 2.
I don't know much about skip drives, not the physics anyhow. I do know the Hope's real massive. How's our bitty little ship supposed to skip it?
Excellent question, my sharp-witted mechanic. You will use your own ship to power up the Hope's skip drive. Your navigational computer can handle the rest. You'll need to switch on the Hope's auxiliary power using the Unreliable. Then head to the bridge. Your navigational computer, Ada, should be able to activate the Hope's skip drive. Once you've skipped the Hope next to my lab, I'll have easy access to the frozen colonists. I can start reviving them immediately.
Yep, I'll do it.
I know you're wondering why I'm doing all this. Why I believe the people on the Hope are the answer to the colony's problems. The Hope is carrying some of humanity's most brilliant thinkers. Scientists, engineers, experts in their field. If we work together, we can still find a way to save Halcyon. The board would have us believe Halcyon is beyond saving. I choose to believe otherwise. If there's even the slightest chance we can save Halcyon from oblivion, then we have to take it.
Sounds good to me. I wanted to talk about the Hope. Whoop. Sorry.
wish you luck. What's on your mind?
I want to talk about the Hope. People aren't going to notice a gigantic colony ship slamming into the rings of Terra 2.
Skip drives were never designed to be used within a system, but I skipped my ship across Halcyon when I rescued you, and that turned out fine, mostly. That is, I ruined my ship and nearly killed myself in the process, but the maneuver was well within acceptable margins of risk. You'll be fine. You'll be fine.
What's life without a bit of risk? Again, won't they notice?
Unlikely. The Hope is as massive as the Groundbreaker, but compared to the rings of Terra 2, positively minuscule. The board might notice, possibly, depending on the position of their heads relative to the depth of their collective posterior.
Firmly up them, I think. Firmly buried up there. Did I expect any resistance?
It wouldn't surprise me. When I pulled you out of the Hope, the board nearly intercepted me. I expect they stepped up security since my little act of larceny.
That's all for now. Land your ship in one of the Hope's docking bays. Alright, my friends. Enjoy your coffee. Have a blessed day. And join me next time when we'll head over to the Hope. In the meantime, hit the like, comment, subscribe if you want the channel to grow, and I'll see you around.